SEO. What is SEO anyway? Of course, you're likely to expect me to say, well, it stands for search engine optimization, or it's the set of techniques that someone does to improve their search engine rankings, which both of those, of course, are true. But for this webinar, I want you to understand that SEO is war. It really is. I don't mean, obviously, that we have to hurt people. I'm not talking about being a mean, nasty individual. I am neither. But you do need to understand that you are competing for the same space as others. You're not competing alone. If you want to get on Google page 1 for a particular keyword phrase, you are going to find that that page is already filled with listings. In order for you to get on that page, you are going to have to boot somebody off. If you are lower on a page, maybe you're in position 7 or 8 on page 1 already for the term you're looking to optimize for, and you want to move up, you are going to have to outdo someone who's above you. It's just the way it is. So you need to have that mindset that basically all SEO is a battle, it's a competition. You have to do research not only for your own self, but you have to research the competition to know what they're doing right, to know what they're doing wrong, and to hopefully outdo them. That's the way this whole thing works. SEO is also not something that's a once and done operation. I'm sure you already know that, but unfortunately it would be nice that if it was something that you could just do once and leave alone, but that's not the case either. All right, here's a screenshot of just a regular search engine result page for the term auto repair. And I'm going to use auto repair or an auto shop in this webinar as just an example. So obviously, looking at the page, you can tell that there's a bunch of listings. There's some AdWords listings, some paid listings at the top. Here at the bottom left is some Google Places listings. There's some more AdWords down the right. There's the big Google map that's now showing to the top right. Regardless, there is only so much real estate on each search engine result page. So if you're looking to do organic SEO, again, you have to compete with others. You've got to boot somebody off to get on a page or outdo someone to improve. Of course, if you're doing paid ads like AdWords, you have to outdo others as well. That necessity doesn't go away. You have to outperform them in regards to click-through rates and potentially having to pay more money to outbid them as well. Regardless of whether we're talking about organic SEO or whether we're even talking about AdWords ads, if you look at this page, basically everybody is competing with everybody else. That's just the way it is. All right, here are some of the core SEO concepts that you have to have rock solid if you're going to succeed with SEO. First off is that each page is ranked independently of any other. So your website might consist of 5 pages, it might consist of 10, it might consist of 1,000, it does not matter. When you're looking to perform SEO techniques, you are not doing it to, just to the home page. You're not doing it to basically the website as a whole, even though there is definitely you should be thinking of the website as a whole, but when you rank or when you look to rank, you are looking to rank each individual page of your website around a set of keywords or keyword phrases, typically 2 to 5, 2 to 3 being what I do. Some people, like to go for a little bit more. Number 2, good keyword research is absolutely crucial. All SEO starts from the keyword level, meaning someone goes into Google or another search engine, they type what they're looking for, they click the search button, and the search engine returns to them the results page. It starts by a search, an internet searcher looking for a particular phrase, particular keyword phrase. So in order to do SEO well, you have to do good keyword research. It's absolutely crucial. Number 3, on-page SEO factors are still important. Some people will tell you forget on-page SEO, just to build lots of links. I find that a very unwise tactic. You really want to start with your on-page SEO, get that solid first, build a strong foundation, then go and build links and do other off-page SEO factors that we'll talk about in just a second. Backlinks are still incredibly important. Regardless of what you've heard, even after the Google Panda update, backlinks are still very important. My own experience in testing testing my friends still proves this to be true. So don't just throw, your backlinking strategies to the wind because you heard someone say that backlinks are no longer important after Panda. That's just simply not true. This last one is extremely important to understand. A lot of webmasters and even SEOs just completely blow it when it comes to this. The ultimate goal of SEO is traffic that converts, increasing traffic that converts. So some might tell you, well, no, the goal is to get, page 1 listing, position 1 listing on Google. Yes, provided that you optimize for a keyword phrase that brings targeted traffic that is likely to convert into sale or lead or whatever it is that you're looking for. If you are getting great rankings for keyword phrases that are either bringing no traffic or bringing the wrong type of traffic, you've blown it. You've not done your job. Even though you've gotten a great ranking, it's of no importance. It's not of any value to you. So don't forget that your ultimate goal is really getting an increase of traffic that converts. Some of the on-page factors, and this is by no means an exhaustive list, include the domain name itself, meaning that your domain name can include your primary keyword phrase. This isn't necessary by any means, but it is an on-page factor. In the United States, if you're a business, you're typically going to want a .com for a variety of reasons. If you're in the UK, you're going to typically want a .co.uk, etc. You want a domain name that is a top-level domain, a premium domain for your specific area. Also, the history of the domain name, and I'm going to mention a little bit about this after we get out of this particular area of the presentation. Domain history, including, how long has the domain name been active, how many different owners has it had, how many different registrars has it been registered with, how many different hosting companies has the domain name been hosted with, etc. There's all sorts of factors that come into play just when looking at the domain name itself, especially when you're looking to compare your particular domain that you're trying to rank against your competitors. There's Google Trust Rating, which includes partially what you can see in Google PageRank. It's easy to find out the Google PageRank for a particular page. But the trust rating goes deeper in that. A whole bunch of proprietary stuff that Google's not going to tell us. Basically, it's using to assign numeric values to websites and web pages in regards to what Google believes is the value of any particular website and or page. So just understand that there is more than just the Google PageRank is going to affect your website's ability to rank. On-page keyword relevance and LSI terms. I'm not going to go deep into this, but basically, obviously, your pages should include the keyword phrases that you are relevant for, that you are trying to optimize for. LSI just means that the search engines can find other terms on the page that it would expect to find that are in companionship with the keyword phrases. So I guess the easiest way to explain this is it used to be that SEOs would put a whole bunch of, just repeat keyword phrases one after another, and that would be it. Well, that's not natural. The robot is basically looking for, okay, if he's talking about, auto repair, do we find stuff about brakes, and do we find stuff about, oil changes, etc. It's looking for other terms that it can kind of try to get a snapshot view of, is this person writing unique, relevant content, or are they just trying to, fool us by keyword spamming? The content contained in your title tag, in your meta page description, and the actual page names, the actual URL itself. If each of those can include your primary keyword phrase at minimum, that would be a good thing. Heading tags like the H1, H2, H3, etc. If your keyword phrases can be wrapped in one of those heading tags, obviously, again, keyword usage on the page. Keyword placement, meaning that it finds some of your keywords towards the beginning of your page content, some, spattered throughout, and towards the end. Again, these aren't like monumental or extremely crucial, and you don't have to do every single one. but you just need to understand what some of the on-page factors are. More on-page factors include intelligent keyword targeting. Again, I said at the beginning, about 2 to 5 maximum per page. You'll pick up listings, indexing listings for other keyword phrases more than what you've optimized for typically. But if you try to go with the more is better approach, where, okay, well, if I can optimize this page for 3 keyword phrases, why don't I optimize it for 100? More is not better. You basically dilute your work. You dilute. It's called keyword dilution. You basically are thwarting your own efforts by trying to go after too many, basically optimizing for too many keywords for any one particular page. So 2 to 5 is a good range. 2 to 3 is what I stick to. More and more, it's becoming important in regards to the quality of your actual website code. So if you're not familiar, you can check your website over at the W3C validator, the World Wide Web Consortium validator. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just put in W3C validator and you'll find it. The validator will tell you whether your HTML and or CSS is valid. And it doesn't have to be perfectly valid, but the better your code is, the more likely you're going to have the ability to rank at least or not get penalized for having just garbage code. Tied into that is page load times. Google especially is really looking for the visitor experience. So if your pages load fast, that's good for visitors. They're going to promote you more. If your pages take forever to load, that's bad for visitors. They're not going to promote you more because, again, Google especially is all about giving visitors the best experience possible. Tied to that is visit duration and depth, meaning that the search engines are looking for how long your visitors are staying on your pages and then how many pages they go through before they leave your website. So if they come on your website and they leave in 3 seconds, that's not good. If they come on your website, they stay on a page for 30, 60, 90 seconds maybe, they click a link to go to another page, they spend a little time there, they click a link from that to go to another page, they spend some time there, that's what you're looking for. Of course, it's also going to help your conversions. The more time anybody's on your website, the more likely you are to get the desired result. And lastly, on this page, quality, unique content. Now, the search engines might not, be able to know exactly what quality content looks like just by looking at, the bot, but they can tell uniqueness, and basically they can tell quality by looking at the visit duration, because if your content's really good, more than likely you're going to have longer visit duration. So quality, unique content is also really important for good quality on-page SEO. More on-page factors include image optimization, meaning that you are using potentially a keyword phrase in your image names, also in your alt text. I don't mean that you need to go spamming them, nor that every image needs to include a keyword phrase, etc. But intelligently, you should choose to include some of your keyword phrases in some of your images at least. Make sure that all of your images have alt tags, and if possible, optimize those as well. For one of my clients, we actually get a decent amount of traffic straight from Google Images because we have optimized her image as well. So it can also drive traffic from another source, in this case Google Images. Your on-page link text. By that I mean if you have a link from your own web page, basically web page number 1 that points to web page number 2, if you can include a keyword phrase that's relevant to the page that you're linking to, that's going to help your SEO as well. Frequency of content updates. It's not obviously impossible to rank a static website, but more and more the search engines basically expect to see some amount of updating happening to your website. So if you can include some dynamic content, basically do some amount of adding of new content, refreshing content, that can definitely help you. And of course, there's a whole lot more. Moving to off-page factors. Off-page factors primarily, again, is links. It is not all links, but it is definitely the biggest off-page factor. The quantity of links, obviously, that's pretty easy to understand. How many links the particular page that you're trying to optimize is receiving. The quality of those links basically refers to the sites that are linking to you. Are they one-way links? Do they just point directly to your site, or do you link back to them, which is a reciprocal link? If it's a one-way link, you get, basically more value for it. Are these other websites, do they have good Google trust ratings or good Google page ranks, or are they on domains that have been around for a while, etc.? Basically, you have to take a step even deeper and analyze the sites that these links are coming from. The variety of your links, are they coming from a variety of sources? Are they all coming from one IP address? Are they coming from sites from around the world, etc.? Link trends, are your links growing, or did you build 100 links last month and none this month, or maybe 6 months ago and no links have been built in 6 months? You might have had a spike and all of a sudden it's just completely dropped off. Search engines expect to see some amount of growth. They expect to find new links, etc., if that web page is still valuable or relevant for the terms that you're trying to optimize for. More off-page factors still on the topic of links. Real important is the anchor text used. So if you're looking to optimize a page around auto repair, it would be good if the links that point back to your page included auto repair. Could be auto repair shop, auto repair with a modifier like the city name, etc. But it would be good if you can have anchor text that include the keyword phrases you're optimizing for. And of course, you don't just want to use one anchor text because that looks unnatural. And hopefully you pick up some natural links along the way too, but which you can't control, obviously. But for those that you can control, you want to stick to, primarily to your primary, maybe a couple of other variations. You also want to build links that are pure URL links. So no anchor text at all, starting from the full HTTP : all the way through the URL of the page that you're linking to, because the search engines just think it looks unnatural if every single link they find is an anchor text link, especially if every link they find is an anchor text link that contains your primary keyword phrase. All right, links to inner pages. So going back to just the whole core understanding, you're trying to link each page for a specific set of keyword phrases, and you should be building links to those pages, not just pointing all links to your home page. Okay, more off-page factors, citations. This isn't specifically a link, but basically where you're building a business listing or some type of a listing off your site, maybe on a directory site, etc., that references your business that it can find elsewhere. Just helps to increase the trust factor. More off-page factors include bookmarks, both those done inside of the browser and social bookmarks from social bookmarking sites. CTR of indexed listings. So basically, just like AdWords, the search engines can tell if a page loads and the organic listings are on the page, they know which listings are getting clicked on. So if they've shown that particular search engine listing page 100 times, and your listing never got clicked on, not even once, especially if it's in the top 3 or 4 positions, your site's going to start to look to be a little bit suspect. Nobody appears, again, going back to visitor experience, nobody appears to care about your particular listing. This is why it's really important when you write your page descriptions for each page that they not only include your relevant keyword phrases that you're optimizing for, but that they are also well written. They include some call to action if possible, some reason why the visitor might want to visit your page as opposed to your competitor sites, speak to the benefit behind them, etc. All right, and here's the last page of this section. So going back to this, as SEO is